This case just flipped, and it's not what anyone expected. A federal judge has just dismissed 10 out of 13 claims in Blake Lively's lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. That includes some of the most serious allegations, harassment, and defamation. But here's the twist. The case is far from over. 3 major claims are still alive, and now heading to trial. What started as a high-profile Hollywood dispute has now turned into a complicated legal battle with career-defining consequences. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, co-stars in It Ends With Us, are now facing off in court. And at the center of it all is one question: what really happened behind the scenes? The story begins on the set of It Ends With Us, a film based on a best-selling novel centered around heavy themes like relationships and domestic abuse. On screen, it tells a powerful story. But off-screen, things were becoming increasingly complicated. In December 2024, Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against Justin Baldoni and his studio, Wayfarer. She accused him of sexual harassment, retaliation, and orchestrating a campaign to damage her reputation. According to her claims, this wasn't just about personal conflict. It was about a coordinated effort, including media influence and public narratives. The situation didn't stay in court. It spilled into the public eye. Reports, statements, and even media coverage became part of the story. At one point, Lively shared details of her allegations in a major publication, bringing even more attention to the case. And as the story grew, so did the tension. Justin Baldoni denied all allegations. And he didn't just defend himself, he went on the offensive. He filed a $400 million countersuit against Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and others. His claims included defamation, civil extortion, invasion of privacy. He argued that the accusations were part of an effort to damage his career and reputation. But then came a turning point. A judge dismissed Baldoni's countersuit, stating that his claims didn't sufficiently prove wrongdoing and that some actions described could be seen as legally permissible negotiation tactics, not extortion. That alone reshaped the case. But now another decision has changed things again. In a detailed ruling, Judge Lewis Lyman dismissed most of Lively's claims. Why? Because of legal technicalities that matter more than most people realize. For example, some claims were filed under California law, but the alleged incidents happened in New Jersey. And that lack of connection made those claims legally invalid. There was also the question of employment status. The judge noted that Lively was working as an independent contractor, not an employee. And that distinction? It limited her ability to bring certain harassment and retaliation claims. Lively also accused Baldoni's lawyer of defamation. But the judge ruled that those statements were tied to an ongoing legal dispute, meaning they were considered part of legal defense, not unlawful defamation. Here's where things get interesting again. Despite dismissing most claims, the judge allowed 3 key claims to move forward: breach of contract, retaliation, aiding and abetting retaliation. And these? They're heading to trial in New York on May 18th. Even though many claims were dismissed, the remaining ones are serious. They focus on whether there was a deliberate effort to retaliate against Lively. And if proven, it could still have major consequences. This case isn't just about 2 actors. It highlights something deeper about the entertainment industry: power dynamics on set, reputation battles in the public eye, and how quickly conflicts can escalate. Because today, legal fights don't just happen in court, they unfold in front of millions. One of the most important takeaways here is this: what people believe and what can be proven in court are often very different. Legal systems rely on evidence, jurisdiction, definitions, not just public opinion. With the trial approaching, attention is now shifting to what comes next. Will new evidence emerge? Will either side shift their strategy? Or will this case take yet another unexpected turn? So here's the situation right now. Most of Blake Lively's claims have been dismissed. Justin Baldoni's countersuit has already been thrown out, but key retaliation claims are still moving forward. This case is far from finished, and what happens next could reshape how these kinds of disputes are handled in Hollywood. So what do you think? Is this ruling a turning point in the case, or just the beginning of something bigger?